All right, hey, what's up, guys? Dan here, and I'm here with a student, Ryan. So Ryan is a student success story. He has made $27,000 in revenue and about $10,000 to $15,000 in profit in the past 30 days. Today is January 22nd, 2018. And so I'll put a screenshot that he sent me like here somewhere in the video so you guys can check it out. So Ryan, thanks for agreeing to the interview. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. So tell us about yourself, where you're from, how you found out about Amazon, FBA, before, what were you doing, and yeah, how much have you made so far, I guess?
So basically, my name's Ryan. I'm from Elmwood Park, Illinois. I'm a Christian, and that's actually kind of how I got started with Amazon, believe it or not. It's because I'm a plumber, so I have a hard hat I wear at work, and I wanted to find some Christian stickers to put on the hard hat, and I searched Amazon, I searched eBay. I couldn't find anything that had character, anything that was, better than just a black and white sticker. So I didn't realize at the time that what I was about to do was actually private labeling, but I actually had a graphic designer make me some stickers. I sent them to a printer, and basically I realized, because they have very, very expensive, like if you buy one of each sticker, it's crazy, ridiculous price. So I figured, hey, I'll just buy a ton of them and I'll just sell the rest, use the ones that I'm going to use. So started off selling on eBay. Got sick and tired of that, honestly, because I was going to the post office like every day, and it was just annoying, very annoying, because just every single day at the post office was crazy. And then so I started doing Amazon. It was the same thing, just over and over. I was doing it non-FBA. And then eventually I had heard about FBA, and it seemed so complicated. I really didn't know anything about it. I thought the whole shipping process was very complicated, getting it to FBA, doing all the MSQs. I knew nothing about that, and I honestly at the time didn't want to know anything about it. But eventually I sent my products to FBA because I was like, I got all these sitting in my house. I'm tired of going to the post office. They could ship it out for me. So that was my first experience with FBA. Basically, so you asked how much I've made. Roughly I've made 27. Probably right now it's about closer to 30,000 since December 24th. So less than a month. Yeah, less than a month. So basically, 30,000, maybe 10 to 15,000 of that is profit. So, it's not bad, 30 to 50% profit, ratio. So, basically that's it. I really like FBA. I think it's awesome. And I think your course is just such an addition to what I have learned so far.
Awesome, man. So yeah, for sure, dude. Like, and obviously, like you said, you're working a day job right now. So obviously an extra 10 to 15,000 in profit is pretty life-changing, of course, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, honestly, just $10,000 to $15,000 profit in less than a month is, I mean, I'm gonna be looking to make $50 an hour once I journey out. I'm a apprentice plumber right now, Chicago, local 130. So I'm looking at a $50 an hour pay scale once I journey out, in about a year. So the $50 an hour, you're making $100,000 a year, and like you said, in your system or your course. Basically, you could make that in just one product, and I'm already kind of seeing that. I'm seeing it on one of the products that I found. So I'm hoping, to be able to replace my career with this.
No, absolutely, and also with something like Amazon, and any other passive income stream, you're not actually, you don't have to wake up to go to work. You don't have to, basically sell your life and sell your time for money, which is a huge, huge thing. Like it's part of, your journey toward financial freedom. You can't be selling your time and your hours and your life for money, because then you basically just can't live the life that you want. So yeah, so awesome, man. And so you started FBA when? So I guess like private labeling and things like that.
I started selling on Amazon a few years ago, maybe 3-4 years ago, but actually my first experience with FBA was probably about 6 months ago. But my first experience actually taking FBA serious and actually sending more than just my one item in was, I'd say, honestly, the 24th of December when I first started taking it serious. I started off retail and online arbitrage, but then I realized through watching one of your videos, the absolute potential of private labeling is just unbelievable. So I basically kind of just, I stopped buying stuff online, I stopped buying stuff at the stores, and basically just left that alone, because I'm like, this, boxes and boxes and boxes at my house, and again, it was still, back and forth to UPS, shipping all my boxes. It was nice because you could ship them all in one box, so it was a lot better than shipping single items, but still, it was a lot of work. And with private labeling, you could literally order either directly to the warehouse, or you can order it to your house, and you have the same item in the box. So all you have to do is basically count it. Okay, there's 300 in this box. You ship one box, and it's nice because you don't have to sit there if I showed you pictures of what I still have left over from retail and online arbitrage, it's actually kind of funny. I have tons of boxes still left over, and it's a headache. Retail and online arbitrage are a headache compared to private labeling.
Yeah. I mean, obviously with private labeling, you don't see your product, and people don't understand that with retail arbitrage, like you're physically going to the store and looking for these deals. That's not a career. Like that's not how you can't live the rest of your life doing that. So
you're trading hours. Again, you're trading hours. And basically, I do believe in retail and online arbitrage. I do believe there's money there, but in all honesty, if you want to be serious, and you want to actually make a full-time income, and not have to worry about what if all the clearance items are sold out. I went to Walmart before, and literally every single clearance tag was like there's nothing there, and I'm just like, man, somebody got here, somebody's quick, and I feel like it is still possible to make a lot of money with retail and online arbitrage, but I believe that market is getting so much more flooded than private labeling. And basically, I think the thing that scares people away from private labeling is the initial investment. They're scared to make the $1,500, $2,000, $2,500 investment, and that's good for us as private labelers because now there's a lot less fish in the sea, I guess you could say. So we have a lot less competition because, in all honesty, anybody with $100 can go to Walmart and buy a bunch of clearance items, sell them on Amazon. But it kind of takes away the opportunity from many people, not only the initial investment, but also the fact that people get scared to invest that. In all honesty, if you buy a bad product or you make a mistake, on your first product purchase, you can basically sell that item for the price you paid. You get it so cheap that even if you sell it for the price you paid, you're making your money back. It may take you a little while, but I don't want to say it's guaranteed investment because nothing ever in life is guaranteed.
Exactly.
But you can almost guarantee that you will at least make your money back because the price tag that most people are selling stuff for and the price you pay is such a wide range. Most products cost $2 to $5 to $10, and most products are selling for triple, if not quadruple, what you pay for them from China on Alibaba or on DHgate. You can get them for like a fourth of the cost of what you can sell it for. So even if you cut your losses and just basically break even, you don't really have to worry about taking that risk.
Yeah, exactly. And I actually just talked about that I think in today's video about how to make Amazon risk free. So if you guys want to watch that, you can check that out. I think it was yesterday's video. It's on this channel. Now that you're making this money, now that you're basically you have all this extra income, and basically your life has changed. What are your long-term plans for Amazon and for getting into internet entrepreneurship in general? Now that you've opened your mind and now that you're confident, you've proven to yourself that you can actually make this work.
Well, I think the first thing I want to start off saying is how you said you open your mind. I think once you make that first shot, you're confident to shoot again because it seemed like it was kind of skeptical at first. I was like, wow, this guy, he must be doing something, because at most courses I've realized they teach you 99% of it, but they don't teach you the 1% that makes them successful. And obviously there's always skepticism, but the fact that I followed your steps in your course and made it, and on a couple products, some of them I've doubled, some of them I've made 50-60% return on investment. And this current product that I have, I believe is just gonna be crazy. I believe it's at $100,000 a year product. But basically, I believe that it's so important that we get a course like you have and basically follow the steps and don't worry about your fears. Don't let anything discourage you. And that's the one thing that stopped me. But basically, where I plan on going with this in the future, in my internet entrepreneurship, is I would like to quit my job. I would really love to be able to spend more time with my family, more time with my with my church family, more time ministering. I would love to spend more time doing what I feel maybe God has called me to do, and I believe this may be an opportunity that has opened up where I can actually be more freed up financially, more freed up in my time. Because in all honesty, like you said in one of your videos, and I believe it because I see it, you said you spent maybe an hour ordering your products a month. And obviously you could just kind of coast at some point. You could basically say, okay, I got my 10 products, I'm making $300,000 a year, I'm done, cool. And it's not going to be 100% consistent. Obviously, you got to keep up on your listings and stuff, but in all honesty, I believe it when you say it took you an hour to reorder your products and that's it. Basically it's passive income. It's income you don't really have to worry about. And then, the 40 hours a week that you would normally spend at your job, you could spend finding new products. You could spend, maybe reaching out to influencers on Instagram, on Facebook, these websites, these blogs, for example. You could take your extra time and honestly reach out to them, and it could be even more traffic to your items. And really, the potential is unbelievable in online entrepreneurship. I feel like the fact that people just get scared and people get worried that there's something that they're not teaching us, and I believe you're very transparent, and that's what I like. And I sensed it in your videos that you're very transparent, and I believe that you're going to be like that in your course. And I've seen it in your course. It's just awesome. Just one product alone can easily make you $100,000 a year. And with my current product that I launched, I'm already seeing enough success to the point where I feel like just this product alone could easily be that $100,000 a year item, in just one item. And I honestly found it in maybe a day or two. I mean, granted, I was looking online for 8 hours at night, but still, just like in your course, like you also lay out, there's more to it than just the basic way that people use Jungle Scout. And I think the way that you explain it and how you gotta be different than everybody else, and the way you explain how to be different than everybody else, it really kind of helped me find this product that I really feel is gonna take off.
Awesome, man.
So yeah, definitely want to make this a full-time thing.
Okay, yeah, for sure, dude. I mean, like I said, now that you've proven to yourself that you can actually make money online, now it's only going to go up from here, because now you're not going to be, you're not motivated anymore to actually sell your life and your hours for money. Now you're going to, for example, like passive income and Amazon and things like that. So yeah, man, that's awesome. So, so I guess we've already answered this a little bit, but how has the Amazon Freedom course helped you in terms of like the strategies inside of it? And I guess, yeah.
Honestly, I have to script it out to list all the reasons, but I think a lot of the things that people, for example, I'll go back to my past when I was doing Shopify. I mean, I did the whole custom T-shirts, the custom coffee mugs. I was doing everything. Like, honestly, probably, I feel like I'm at the pinnacle, the top of the pyramid of what everybody who's looking to make money online finally gets to. I was at the bottom trying to work my way up to the top. I thought, I was in the right area, I was in the right platform, and I really wasn't. I wasted time, I wasted money, I gave up on almost every single thing that I did. And basically, you explain private labeling in a way where you realize that there's not as much risk as everybody perceives it to be.
Exactly.
And I think that the awesome thing about it is the fact that there are so many people who initially see that risk and they back off of it. And I think that kind of makes it a lot better for those who are willing to commit and who are willing to actually push and do the work that is required. And basically, honestly, it takes the competition away, because so many people get discouraged so easily. And the way you explain it, how you have to, your first video on motivation basically kind of helped me understand that you have to have the right mindset, because if you don't have the right mindset, you're going to do just like I did in every other one of my online entrepreneurship ideas was quit. Basically, you're going to quit. So I think one of the most important things is your mindset behind it and how you explain the mindset, but also just the way you explain the PPC. It just really helps, because a lot of people hear PPC or advertising, and they get scared. Maybe they had a bad experience like I did in the past, and you just want to run from advertising. You'd rather pay somebody a lot of money to advertise for you, and just because it's so confusing. But the way you lay it out and you explain it is. It helped me out a lot, and helped me really understand that it's not as complicated as many people think. And even to go into the product research, the way you explain product research, there are thousands of videos out there explaining how to do product research, but the way you explain it just shows that, if you're going to do it like everyone else is doing it, you're going to find the same exact products. And honestly, by the time you get the product to Amazon FBA, it's already going to be flooded with other people doing the exact same thing. So the way you explain that, you got to go a little deeper, and how you explain how to go deeper really helped me to, like I said, find my first product, or maybe not my first product, but the product that I believe is going to be very successful.
All right. Awesome. So thanks so much, Ryan, for the interview. And lastly, I think this question is going to help a lot of beginners out, what is the best advice that you could give to anyone who is willing to start selling on Amazon or just getting into making money online? Like you said, people might be trying out different kind of like schemes and whatever. People might be trying out like print on demand, all this like just get rich quick things, right? That aren't really like lasting. So what is your best advice, I guess, in a short way to these people?
So I'll say, and I can honestly say I'm a Christian. I'm not gonna lie. I can honestly say you didn't pay me to say this, but I'm gonna take your quote. You need a mentor. You need a mentor. You need somebody who's gonna walk you through it. And I watched hundreds of videos. I stayed up for 8 hours a day. I don't even know how many days in a row watching and watching and watching and watching. And honestly, it was the endless cycle, just over and over, trying to figure out how am I gonna make it? How am I gonna do this? And it never really worked out the way I planned. So basically, the mentorship is the most valuable thing. And anybody who tries to do it without a mentor, honestly, I could say has a very, very high chance of failure. Honestly, probably 95% chance of failure. And now there are those people, probably like yourself, who may not have had a mentor to start, or maybe you did, but there are those people who can break through. But I guarantee you it's going to be way, way harder for you. And honestly, it's not worth the time, because time is money. What I find so interesting in your course, in one of your videos, how you explain college versus entrepreneurship, and how people can go to college for 4 years, waste countless hours of their life going to college, and while they're in college, they're most likely they have a student job. They're making $10, $12 an hour. So it's kind of like they are making some money, but essentially they're kind of losing money. They're wasting away their life, because with this entrepreneurship, you could make so much more than the $12 an hour. And when you get out of college, I think studies prove that you really don't guarantee that you're going to have a job. Because I've had some friends who've told me that they took somebody with 2 years of experience and no college over them with a 4-year degree, like, specifically for that field. So basically, the amount of money you spend, not only on books, but on everything else that's involved in college, just the $500 that you offer your course for is just absolutely like invaluable. Honestly, that $500 initial investment, and you even said it in your course, for $2,000 you can get started. $500 for a course, which provides a one-on-one mentorship, which is essential, and then the $1,500. I know for a fact that you can take $1,500 and double it, because I've already done it with one of the products that I'm doing. I literally doubled it within 4 to 5 days. And, so that showed me that it is an opportunity. It's so real. It's possible. It's possible. That's all I have to say. The $500 initial investment is nothing. It's honestly, if you were sitting in my seat beforehand, you would probably say to yourself, it's $500. I could use that to invest in a product and just watch videos and figure it out on my own. But honestly, when you're on the other side and you actually have spent the money on the course and you've made the money back, you realize, that was such a worthwhile investment, and I would definitely go back and do it again. Honestly, if I can go back, I would go back months, and I would have got your course way earlier, and I would have started FBA way earlier. And I think at this point, with my drive, I believe I have a lot of drive, and I'm kind of like a go-getter. So I believe with this attitude that I have, and I believe that I could easily be making $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 a year, just because of your course and just because of your help. So it's so valuable. It's so worth it. The $500. And like I said, you didn't pay me to say this. You're just simply asking my opinion. And I totally believe in this course.
All right, awesome, man. Well, thanks so much, Ryan. Thanks so much for obviously allowing me to interview you, and I hope that opens people's mind to what's possible out there. Once again, thanks. Thank you guys for watching. Go ahead, and if you guys are interested in the Amazon Freedom course, the link is in the description below. And leave a comment, leave a like, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.